In this video, I would like to show you how to permanently save an alias in Linux. So this helps you to use the alias after a session, because in most cases during a session, after you create an alias which helps you to have a quick access to a specific directory, you can only use it during that particular session. When you log into another session, you discover that the alias will not be, then you cannot make use of the alias again. So let me just quickly show you how to create an alias before I demonstrate how to make it permanent. So for example, this is what I have. For example, I have a directory. So in this directory, I have a WordPress blog. In this is the username, the account of the WordPress blog, Cake Boss. So in this case, you discover that, for example, if I want to go into this particular directory to where I have the WordPress blog, it takes me many steps to do that. For example, I have this, so which is Cake Boss. For example, so under Cake Boss, I have this. So I want to go into the public HTML directory. So I have public HTML. So these are the files and the folders I have there. So you discover that it takes me some time to really get to this particular place. So to make it easier, I can just save that particular link as an alias. So to do that, I'm going to use the alias command. So which is going to be alias. For example, let me just call this PHTML, which is going to be the name of the alias. So to do that, I'm going to have alias PHTML. So which is going to be the directory, which is going to be this. So I have created that. So that is what I've been able to do now. So to get to that particular directory, what I just need to do is to just type the alias. So doing that, you discover that it takes me to where I have the file. So I can easily come here directly to do what I want to do. So, but the problem is that immediately I close this particular session, this particular alias I have created also gets deleted. So I cannot make use of it in the next session. I'm going to show you that now. So let me just, so I am now back. So let me just log in. So I am now back into the system. So let me just type and go back to type the alias to go back to the directory I was before I log out of the session. So you discover that it is showing me an error that it does not in any way exist. The reason is that immediately I save the session, I exit the session, the alias cannot be used again. So to make use of the alias during more than a session, what I need to do is to just create the alias in a file, which is going to be in a hidden file, which is the bash rc file. So that is what I'm going to do now. So which is, in that particular case, I am going to edit the file. So to edit the file, I'm going to be making use of the vi command, which is for editing files. So which is going to be the vi.bashrc. So this is the hidden file that contains the aliases. So to do that, I'm now going to press enter. So when I press enter, you are going to see some codes here. So that is what I have here. So you discover that I already have an alias here. So I'm just going to add the alias I have there so that I can make use of it as many times as I want. So to do that, I'm going to edit this particular file. To edit the file, you are going to use the insert key. Just press I on your keyboard. So when you press I, you discover that you can now edit the file. So let me just come here. So which is going to be alias PHTML. So which is going to be the CD home. Okay, so that is it. So after doing this, you discover you are just going to put the codes I have as I have done here. So after doing that, to save the file, you first of all need to press escape, the escape key on your keyboard. You discover that when you do that, the insert word here is going to disappear. So I have done that. Then to save, you are going to press colon WQ. You can see it, colon WQ, then press enter. So when you do that, the alias has been saved on your system, on your Linux system, so you can make use of it as many times as possible. It becomes a permanent alias to be used. So let me just log out now of the session. Okay, so let me now log into the system. Okay, so I have logged into the system. So after logging in, let me now go to the directory I was, for which I created the alias. So which is going to be, this is the alias I created the other time. So when you type that, just press enter. So you discover that it takes me to that place automatically. So to look at the files and do whatever I want to do, I can now easily start from here to do what I want to do. So that is how to create a permanent alias, to make use of it as many times as you want. So it becomes a permanent alias.